In two previous episodes of Getting Lost we visited Marrakesh and Essaouira, both being cities in the Kingdom of Morocco. It's located right below Spain, on the other side of the Mediterranean Sea. Most of its population are Arabs and Berbers, Islam being the main religion. To know more about our journeys in Marrakesh and Essaouira, it's better to watch the episodes about them. Now our journey continues from Essaouira to the small Berber village of Imlil at the high Atlas Mountains. Fun! Let's look what happened in Essaouira right before we left to Imlil. Instead of getting upset stomach from the local food, I enjoyed a bitter food poisoning that I could blame only myself of. Never cut cheese with a dirty knife. That's something I really learned this time. All this made me stay in Essaouira a little longer. I informed the hostel in Imlil to tell them that I will arrive one day later than expected. Finally I went to Marrakesh by bus and continued from there with a taxi to Imlil. Here I am, next to the high Atlas Mountains, weather being a lot colder than anywhere else during this whole journey. The hostel is simply a Berber brick house and the owner lives in there too with his family, just in another section. Domestic animals are outside here and there, even a cow greets me when I walk outside. The first night isn't that great experience. My sleeping bag is really good and I've used it below 0 Celsius temperatures in Finland, but it just can't keep me warm here. I'm getting a cold, literally. After the first night I come out from this room wearing all the clothes I have here with me and I'm still feeling cold until I go to enjoy warmth of the sun here at the balcony. I think this is the only place I can survive alive here. Yes, I'm becoming sick. The food poisoning probably made me more vulnerable to catching a flu by decreasing my immune system. All I can do is to walk a bit nearby the hostel when the sun shines and sometimes visit the center of the village. The worst part becomes when I have to go back to my room. It's like going inside a freezer. I can't stand this anymore. I must leave this place before I die here. I tell the hostel's owner that it's more about me than Imlil. I'd like to return here when I'm in better health. And when I return, I do not want to sleep in that freezer anymore. And I am not kidding here. I had a large bottle of water there and when I took it to Marrakesh, it was still so cold if it was just taken out from a fridge. Yeah, that's freaking cold. Not yet. Everyone is talking about the bottle of booze I bought back there in Morocco. It's a small bottle and I lost it here at the train station in Vihanti. My father has lived here over 10 years or so and now he is moving. I have stored some of my stuff here so it could be here somewhere. Yes, I found it! Finally my unwanted dislocation spell has expired. And now I can use this magical object to travel all the way back to Morocco. Fun! Nowadays Muslims are often generalized as primitive, sometimes even brutal and barbaric people who are intolerant to other religions and basically want to convert everyone to Islam. Even here in Finland, where live only about 60,000 Muslims, many consider them to be a big threat to Finnish society. The bottom line seems to be that the Western culture, the Finnish culture in this case, represents all the great achievements of the mankind, and the Islamic cultures represent the negative things for the most part. And here I am, drinking this strong alcohol made in Morocco. Is that just a minor flaw in otherwise totally unbreakable principle? More a country drinks and produces alcohol, the more advanced it is, right? Sounds like a perfect way to rate countries and cultures. Finland will be among the best. Drinking alcohol doesn't seem to be a significant part of Moroccan culture since it's mostly brought there by the European colonialists. But this strong liquor is one of the exceptions. It was brought there by the Jewish immigrants in the Middle Ages. Guess why? Because in the Europe the Catholic Inquisition were persecuting them, forcing them to flee into more peaceful countries, such as Morocco. Instead of Europe, in Morocco the Jews could live in peace, keeping their religion and customs. And keep doing this booze. History is a peculiar thing. People tend to remember only those parts of history that support their already locked attitudes. Sure, it definitely helps to understand the world by dividing everything to black and white. Then you won't have to face the prejudices you have. Yeah, people shall think so if they wish. Do the same for everyone. The Europeans, for instance, hunted the Jews in the Middle Ages, so we must be primitive and barbaric. Let's just condemn everyone with the same rules without any double standards, and we shall have the happy end. Eye for an eye and everyone gets blind. Fun!